Hello, I'm Maria from the Richardson's Homeschool Live. Today we're visiting Laugharne Castle in Carmarthenshire. As I say, it's a castle. It's more like a fortified manor house really than a castle, or it would have looked like that in its heyday. It was established around about 1116 and not knocked down, but you know, during wars and things, got destroyed and then rebuilt again as a Norman stronghold. This happened many times. Since those days, there's been lots of alterations done to the castle, as we'll see when we go inside of it. At the moment, we're walking along the estuary of the River Taff. Not sure if that's how you pronounce it, Taff. Walking along there. You can see it's really beautiful. It was a really sunny day. It was gorgeous. And what I like about walking along here is walking and talking. We're seeing, well, mainly what we were talking about, what we were seeing was all of the erosion along the side of the embankment here. Look, you can see all the erosion. The sea, it washes over the path. It's a lovely big wide path, nice to walk along, but you can see where the sea washes over it. And as such, over the years, erodes at the side of the embankment. Above it, there's houses, and the castle itself is above these embankments. So first of all, we took a walk along here. We can't walk far. You can see there Dylan Thomas's boathouse. That's another thing Laugharne's famous for, the poet Dylan Thomas. We were looking at wildlife as well and trying to capture this butterfly. I thought it was lovely. It got blue on the tip of its wings. Never seen one like it before. But I was trying to focus on it. I wasn't sure if I could see it or not because the sun was in my eyes, but it looks like I've got it quite well. So yeah, we walked along there and we were talking about erosion and everything. Then we went inside of the castle, and as you can see what I mean by it looking like a manor house. And there's the gatehouse. I was really pleased with this because Sean, as you've probably seen on some of the videos, we took her in a wheelchair because she can't walk far on the crutches with a broken ankle. It hurts her arms to walk too far. So we wouldn't have been able to have gone anywhere. So we acquired a wheelchair and we took her to the castle. And the woman at the door actually said we could go in for free. She said that Sean was disabled and I, as a companion, was entitled to go in two free places. But I did say to her, well, she's not actually disabled, it's a temporary thing because she'd broke her ankle. I explained it all to her. But she said, can she climb the tower? I said, no. She says, then you qualify for the disabled place and the companion place. So we got in free, me and Sean, and I only had to pay £4.80 for Dean and £4.80 for Lisa. So I was really pleased with that. And they're really good and really helpful. I thanked her so much because I said it was really kind of her. I was really pleased. Dean was quite taken by this fake skeleton down there. Not quite sure what was down there before. I've been here years ago, but I've never seen that before. But as you can see, going inside, I love looking at buildings. Me and Sean, the other two were up the town. Me and Sean stood down here, and we were discussing it. You can see all the different builds that they've had over time. You know, you can see like stairs that go to nowhere, and doorways where there's no rooms anymore to go into, the remains of fireplaces. You can see plaster on some of the upper walls, and we talk about it and discuss what it would have been like. And you can see eaves where there was once buildings, the roof of buildings as well. And we just sit and talk about it, and Sean had a map, so she was looking what was what. But here, I thought it was brilliant. Imagine the rooms that would have been in there and the staircases. And I mean, it looked spectacular. And the windows at the front, you could imagine in the heyday how nice they would have looked. That's a big tower. You can still go up there. Dean and Lisa went up there. I think they took some pictures. I'll show you in a minute. But this is inside, like a remnant of a room that's not much left, and you can see where the flooring would have been, different layers of flooring. But it fascinates me. I mean, and doorways there. I mean, me and Sean are really fascinated by it. We imagine it as it was. We discuss what it would have been like, the people who lived here. And then we look at stairways where there's no longer staircases, or you might just have a few steps going up. And we look at them and think about them. I mean, in this room, I think you can see there as we're going through where there would have once been stairs going up. And we wonder who would have been the last person up those stairs, because there would have been a last person that would have trod those stairs before it was all destroyed. And we can't help but think, I wonder who it was and what were they doing? Why were they going up the stairs and down, you know? And can't help but wonder. And all the windows and doorways up that tower, it is really fascinating. I mean, if you like castles, it is really fascinating. We love castles. And me, Sean, Dean, Lisa, we do love castles. And I mean, you look there, could you imagine that great big window frame there? Imagine that in its heyday, looking out over the estuary. I mean, what beautiful views. It's so tranquil here as well. It's lovely. I mean, you could sit on the grass and do your home learning here all day long. It really is magnificent. And I love a kitchen. I always look for a kitchen, but couldn't really find a kitchen here. But I love a kitchen. I love to see it where you've got the ovens and the bake ovens still there. And, you know, I wonder what it was like cooking in them. It's really good. That's one of my favourite things. Dean's is dungeons. If he can go somewhere and find a dungeon, then he's happy. But there is a castle in Wales, not far from here, Kidwelly Castle. We were going to have gone there, but it is a lot of steps and a lot of rooms, and we couldn't have done it with Sean. But maybe next year we'll take you and show you, and they've got bake ovens, and I'll show you next year if we go what they've got. But here we took pictures because Dean took the camera up. He wasn't sure how to work the camera, so he just took a few pictures of what it was like from the top, because I can't go to the top because I don't like heights. I really don't like heights. If I was at the top of there and looked over that opening, the whole tower would have felt like it was moving, and my only option would be to jump off it to get to safe ground, and that's how bad it makes me feel. And of course, if I jumped off it, I'd be jumping to my death. But that really does make you feel like that. That's how it is when you're scared of heights. Why I'm like that, I don't know, but I don't like heights. So I always send the others up. Sean normally likes going up, but obviously she couldn't because of her ankle. She missed out on it, or she'd have gone up there and she said, I'd have filmed it for you, Mum. But we got some pictures anyway, so you get a general idea of what it'd be like. And these like little areas on each level as you're going down. And they put windows in, and Dean has to duck or he bangs his head. But yeah, they put like fake floor in there, which I think is quite nice when they can put a fake floor in, some windows and maybe a bit of a roof on, so you can go in and get a bit of a feel of it all, how it would have been. I like it when they do things like that. Of course, not all towers and rooms they're able to, but if there's an area where they can, it does give you a sense of what it would have been like. So, I mean, if you like history, you know, a castle's great. Like we go to the big houses, like we've been doing in summer, you know, when we've been to a lot of the National Trust homes that we've been showing you. You know, it's nice to walk around these places with history, and they've all got some element you can take away that you can learn from.
Thank you.
It's really great. But yeah, Lisa's filmed it all the way down, gives you an idea of how high that tower was and what it looks like in the inside. I don't think I'd have survived in the olden days having to go up towers. I wouldn't have been able to have done that. I'd have had to stay safely on the grounds. I'd have had to be the groundsman. And I was safe. But yeah, it's quite nice how they've done that. I do like how they do towers and rooms up without spoiling them as well, you know, just enough so you can see. Unfortunately, Lisa didn't focus on those boards, so I don't know what they said. I've been trying to read what they say, but she's gone too fast for me. I think she's trying to get more of a feel of the place and, you know, what you can see through windows and things. But, yeah, I imagine it tells you a bit about the history of the castle. And we come back outside. It's a shame there's not more rooms in there, but, you know, it's good they've got the one. So, it is nice. I do like Laugharne Castle. I'd love to just sit and look over the estuary, over the wall. It's really nice. And it's not badly priced. Like I said, £4.80 for an adult. I mean, that's not badly priced at all, really. Not like some places you go to can be quite expensive. This wasn't too bad at all, and especially as they gave me the 2 free places. I mean, I did put up a little bit of an argument because I felt a bit of a fake. But she said no. I explained to her fully, but she said no. Sian is classed as disabled when she can't go climbing. So I thought, oh well. But there, look, I focused for a doorway because I could just see a staircase through there. Well, the remnants of one. And it fascinates me. And I think, who's the last person to go through that door? Who's the last person to have climbed those stairs? And me and Sian were sat discussing it all and wondering. And we were pointing out the different builds. Like here, looks like it'd been a giant fireplace or something like that. Maybe this area would have been the kitchen area. And then there was the well. Lisa was looking right over into the well. Well, I tried. I went with my camera, as you can see, going up to it to try and look. And all of a sudden I felt all wobbly because there was this big drop down there. And although I couldn't see right down it, I was like, oh no, step away, quick. Here they got like a little room, and it was done out like a writer's room. There was Dylan Thomas things there, the radio. But he was also talking about another writer. I can't remember what he was called now. I've tried to focus in on it, but I can't really see what it is. It's like a little summer house and got a fireplace, and we do the writing. I think Dean fancies himself there as an author. That's got nice views as well, as you can see across the estuary. It's lovely. And then we spin around and we come to Dylan Thomas's radio. Dylan Thomas was a poet and he wrote books, and he loved Laugharne. He lived in Laugharne and Swansea. But I think he died in America, actually. But his grave is actually in Laugharne Castle. You can go and visit his grave. So also, you've got your English literature as well as your history with the castles, and your geography with your erosion of the soil, you know. So you've got English literature as well if you want to go and look into Dylan Thomas and his works. I'm just having a quick look around the garden here. I like a nice garden. It always looks so much better than mine. Mine's upside down. But I loved all this box hedging. It looks really nice. If it was in my garden, it'd be overgrown. But yeah, it's really nice. Everywhere looks so green as well, especially after all the dry weather we've been having. It's gone lush now. So yeah, that's Laugharne Castle, quick overview. I shall see you again tomorrow now for another video. So bye.